This is KGW News at 11.
A rainy and windy day on the Oregon coast to kick off the first day of spring. Check out this time lapse of the clouds passing over Astoria just before the sunset. And with spring break this week, all eyes are on that forecast. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Folkers alongside meteorologist Joe Ranieri. Joe, of course, the coast sure to be a popular spring break destination, but I know a lot of people are also going to be heading to the mountains. So what are you tracking for us?
Several inches of new snow overnight and another couple by the end of tomorrow, and really after sunset things will start to change a little bit. But if you are going to be heading out to the mountains tomorrow, I expect to see several inches of new snow by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. I'm forecasting tonight anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of new snow. Snow level tonight will be at 3,000 feet, and then for tomorrow it jumps up to 4,000 feet during the daylight hours, and then by late tomorrow night and into the early part of the work week we will be seeing the snow level above past level. So here's a look at the snow levels over the next couple of days. Again, you're going to be seeing the snow level right around past levels for tomorrow, and then by the early part of the week the snow level jumps well above passes, and by Tuesday you're going to be looking at a bluebird day up in the Oregon Cascades. And if you be staying here close for spring break, Tuesday could be the warmest day we've seen so far this year. I'm forecasting high right around 70 degrees, but first we have to get past all the rain, and the rain is really going to start to move through heading into the evening hours and the overnight hours. Right now we are seeing some dry conditions out there, but you travel over the mountain passes, you are going to be seeing several inches of new snow, and heading into tomorrow we're going to be seeing a decent amount of rain. Some models are suggesting we could be seeing close to an inch of rain basically from early tomorrow morning until early Tuesday morning, but by Tuesday afternoon we'll be seeing a lot of sunshine and really pleasant conditions for this time of year for what would be the third day of spring. Currently we're looking at a temperature of 46 degrees, and coming up in my detailed forecast, Brittany, I'll let you know just how long the warm and sunny conditions will be staying with us.
All right, thanks so much, Joe. And now to Portland's gun violence and another deadly shooting in the city. We're only 3 months into 2022 and already on pace to surpass last year's record number of shootings. This morning, police say they found a person shot and killed on the sidewalk in the Buckman neighborhood. It happened around 7:30 near Southeast Washington and 8th. The shooter is still out there. Police haven't been able to find the suspect. Anyone with information should contact Portland police. As the war in Ukraine rages on, President Joe Biden will head to Europe this week to meet with world leaders. He'll stop in Poland, a border country that's accepted more than 2 million refugees since the invasion began. Today, Russia bombed an art school in Mariupol with 400 people inside. It's still not known if anyone survived. Russia actually demanded the eastern Ukraine city surrender, offering safe passage to those who put down their weapons. Ukraine quickly rejected that offer. The city council there says that Russian troops have rounded up thousands of residents and sent them to so-called filtration camps. The council claims they'll be processed before being deported to Russia, a claim that can't be verified by NBC News at this time. Meanwhile, U.S. lawmakers are discussing if there is a line Russia could cross before the U.S. gets involved. For some, that would be the use of chemical weapons.
We need to be very clear that we are considering all options, that the use of chemical weapons is certainly something that would alter our calculation.
Russia claimed for the second day in a row it's using hypersonic missiles in combat, the so-called Dagger weapons that fly up to 10 times the speed of sound and can evade air defense systems. Back here at home, with COVID restrictions dropping, teens are getting a little more freedom during spring this year, but that can also lead to risky behavior and other challenges. Tim Gordon is talking with experts about safety and mental health.
After 2 long years, the pandemic is waning as kids leave classes for spring break. That is good news, but added freedom can mean teens returning to unsupervised, risky behavior. So parents should return to normal parenting strategies. According to child and adolescent psychiatrist Heather Adams, it starts with keeping track of them.
We know when they're expected to be back. We know who they're with. We know how to get a hold of them. And then having a backup plan if we can't get a hold of them that way.
We've been talking a lot about opioids and the extreme danger of fentanyl. often loaded in deadly doses in counterfeit pills. 2 teens in Portland died this month of suspected fentanyl overdoses. As hard as this topic is, awareness and communication are the first steps, says Stephen Dunleavy with Multnomah County.
So we really would encourage parents to kind of take the initiative to kind of learn more about the current drugs that are in the community and the impact they're having, and then to really kind of initiate conversations with their children.
Hopefully there are fun times for your family. Getting outside together is good for your body and spirit. But if your kid isn't into doing anything, it could be a red flag.
If your kids aren't excited about spring break, then we want to watch out for like mental health concerns they could be struggling with.
Dr. Adams says spring break or any time, watch for low mood, anxiety, isolating, and sudden behavior changes. All could be signs your kid needs help. That help may come from a mental health professional, but it can also help to simply come together.
Play games, have friends over, have family meals. But again, I think the real message is really try and spend time connecting. Because we know, again, when you're connecting, you feel better. And when you're isolating, that usually exacerbates feeling depressed or anxious.
Go enjoy your kids, hang out with your kids' friends, and get to know them and have a good time. But just do it without drugs and alcohol.
Tim Gordon, KGW News.
And here are some important resources. There are several ways to get help if you or someone you know needs it. The Multnomah County Call Center is 503-988-4888. The Oregon Youth Line is 877-968-8491. Both of those numbers right there. You can also text Teen to Teen to connect with someone right away. We'll have these options on a list in our story at kgw.com. The ripple effects of the pandemic really continue to play out, and a Northeast Portland bike park is the latest economic victim. Both BMX and mountain bikers have been going to Lumberyard Bike Park for the past 10 years. During the pandemic, revenue dropped about 60%. And with the company's lease ending soon, there just isn't enough money for a new spot. Riders will still have a little bit more time. Lumberyard Bike Park will stay open until the fall. And as one business prepares to close for good, another one is set to open. New Seasons will take over an old Albertsons location in Milwaukee Marketplace. The city has been trying to get a grocery store in that location for years now because it's an area where there are few other options. New Seasons and Milwaukee's mayor say this is a win-win.
They're a great local company that provide high quality organic food. We know that New Seasons treats its employees well. It's really a perfect fit for us.
In a statement, New Seasons says it's thrilled to introduce themselves to the neighborhood and to connect with the community with organic and locally sourced produce, meat, and grocery staples. The store is expected to open in 2023. All right, this is really interesting. A movie filmed and set here in Oregon is now out on Amazon Prime, and it took a labor of love to get it out there during COVID. Now, the dark comedy has a national audience. Our Galen Etland spoke with the Portland director celebrating this big win.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a bit stressed out.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Don't worry, that's what Rollin Stafford signed up for.
They started out so well.
He wrote and directed this movie called One Dead Dog.
It's a dark comedy about 2 serial killers who are brothers.
Bro, I will never force you to kill anybody, okay? If you don't want to.
Go to a vacation house in Central Oregon and they find a squatter.
Whatever happened to Lucky Ben?
Who also happens to be a serial killer.
He's buried in the backyard.
Rollin's crew of 14 spent 2 weeks in an Airbnb together, filming in Black Butte Ranch near Sisters.
And we just became a close family.
Production wrapped at the end of 2019. Then the pandemic hit.
We were expecting to do a huge festival run. Because of COVID, it sort of fell off the radar.
Movie making could not be done at a distance.
We're still all looking for work, it's still a hard market.
So this news is extra special.
Happy people can see it now, finally.
One Dead Dog, more than 2 years later, is finished and streaming on Amazon Prime. It includes actor Mark Patton, who starred in 1985's Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
A wonderful cult horror film.
You haven't burned the cabin down yet, have you?
After so much challenge and so little payout,
I think our budget was around $40,000. That was it.
Rollins' team is thankful to have made it to a national platform.
It was all for love of the job. We all worked incredibly hard, and I'm more proud of that than anything else, honestly.
So?
Galen Etlin.
What's next?
KGW.